name's Lorraine Makepeace. I work in recruitment at Chemistry. We're always been a bit innovative at Chemistry, and we really wanted to share some ideas around LinkedIn and thought we'd do this from a candidate's perspective. So here's our thoughts. So then, first of all, why should you be using LinkedIn? Well, we were thinking about who uses LinkedIn at the moment. Most recruitment consultants will be using LinkedIn, and I think most hiring managers are now using LinkedIn. There's over 60 million active people using it, so there's an awful lot of people out there already using it. We want to share our experiences with you, and the first thing we wanted to talk about is your profile. So if I'd use my profile as an example, when I bring this up, you'll see that it's quite filled in. I've got a lot of information on my profile. So the way LinkedIn works is, you are connecting to other like-minded individuals. When you talk through your profile, it really needs to have some of your personality in there. So the first thing we always say to people is, include a photo. It just lets people know who they're talking to. When you start to look at the detail of LinkedIn, it really gets into a summary, an overview of your career, and then some interesting insights on what you enjoy doing. Specialities, I think particularly if you're a candidate and you're looking to be found either now or in the future, you should think about some of the words that you would want recruiters to find. When recruiters are using LinkedIn, typically they'll be doing keyword searches. So make sure that you put the words in your profile that you would want to be found against in future searches. So fill in your summary and fill in your specialities. And then when you get into the experience, you don't need to put in War and Peace, but a little bit of information around what you've done, particularly in the current role. One other key area really is status. So you can see I've actually updated my status today. If you're updating, particularly if you're an active candidate, this lets people know that you are actively using LinkedIn. You can link it to Twitter. So if you are using Twitter on a regular basis, you can then upload your Twitter automatically. If, like me, your Twitter sometimes has personal details that you perhaps wouldn't share in LinkedIn, then you can choose whether to put those in or not. With regards to recommendations, again, particularly if you're an active candidate, I think you should get some recommendations. Don't overdo it is the thing we'd say. If you've got 50 to 100 recommendations, people are going to think, is this really genuine? So just think about who you can ask for recommendations, perhaps an old boss, perhaps a previous client, especially if you're active. As I say, it just helps for people to see what people think of you. Another area to look at really is groups. So when you join groups, a couple of things. You have, particularly around searching for jobs, most groups that you go onto will have a subgroup of a job board. So you can actually look at active jobs within that group. The other area, of course, is that you're dealing with like-minded individuals, so you can just share resource, you can share information. Or within that group, you can then get into questions and answers. So again, building up your thoughts around how to use LinkedIn and how you can become perhaps an expert in your own field. Q&A, so discussions in groups, actually is a really good way of doing this. So you can talk to people in your particular area or your particular field that share information with you, and you them. Really, I think the overall thing we're saying for candidates is really use LinkedIn. People are using LinkedIn more and more, and I think as a candidate you have to be on there. Well, thanks for listening. Hopefully you found that really useful. For further information, there is details available on our website, so please click through to the link where you'll be able to download a guide to LinkedIn as well. It goes into a bit more detail, but overall, hopefully you found it useful and you'll start using it. Thanks very much. Bye.